Good morning. Welcome to G2E, and thank you for being with us. We gather, quite obviously, in the wake of a despicable and senseless event. While we sit here, all of us safe, hundreds of others are recovering, or battling for their lives, or in mourning. I'm grateful that each of you are here. Our industry is strongest when we come together. Our industry will be strong this week. We'll be strongest when we have the opportunity to share each other's company, to share our stories, and to talk about where we take this industry in the weeks ahead. You know, as chance would have it, and as we were preparing for this event, we also had with us a good friend of the AGA, former Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis. Ed works closely with the AGA on a variety of law enforcement activities. And I thought it would make good sense to ask Ed to join me on stage today and talk a little bit about his experiences and what Las Vegas might be able to learn from what happened in Boston. Ed, thank you.
Jeff, great to see you.
Thank you. Let's have a seat.
But really what struck me was the fear and chaos on the street, how people were running away and didn't know which way to go and unsure about where the threat was. That's a very, very difficult thing to deal with. And it's exactly what we saw in the marathon. People dropped things on the race course, ran away. All of those things that they dropped had to be cleared by our bomb squads because we thought there were more devices on the ground. So there's sort of a fog of war that occurs, and I saw this happening that night. But very, very good response. The sheriff's office put these rapid response units up and down the strip to protect everybody, and I think everybody felt very secure. But know that happened because there's practice. The county has committed money to making that happen, and DHS and Homeland Security has been very helpful in getting us all trained up on that. The American people are incredibly generous, and they will give enormous amounts of money. It needs to be controlled, and I was very happy to see the police chief and one of the county supervisors pull together a fund here that will be overwhelmed over the next few days with money to help the victims as they cope with these. Some of these injuries are lifelong. Well, people are afraid. They're afraid across the country, and I saw that after Boston. To put that back together, to make the community right again, requires leadership on the part of public officials. It requires preparation and planning for what may happen in the future. Terrorism and crisis management is an iterative process. We learn from it. So there will be changes to the way we live our life as a result of this incident happening. The security people here at these hotels, along with the police, will do all that work and make sure that we're safe in the future. But it requires a lot of work, and it requires that mentality that we call Boston strong. I see it here in Las Vegas. This is Las Vegas strong.